Today we're looking at Fnatic versus 100 Thieves on Bind, which I thought was a great map of Valorant. Some really awesome ideas, really well executed ideas. And I think the scoreline didn't do 100 Thieves game justice. I think they deserved more than 5 rounds, but they just missed their shots in a lot of rounds. There was a lot of close rounds, a lot of rounds that came down to, there was actually no 1vx clutches. There was 3 1v1s, which were clutches in the game. But I think that shows a good sign of teams often playing correctly when there's not those clutch situations, because really when you're in a 1vx scenario, you should always be able to beat that player. Here we are in the first round that we're going to look at. It's just at the end of round 2 because I just want to highlight the way that Fnatic has bought, which is really led by FPX. In Champions, they started doing this really aggressive second round buy after winning Pistol. And what that looks like is 2 Vandals with light armor, 2 Bulldogs. Generally, this is Spectres, but Fnatic had the money to buy it. And Boaster getting a save in on the Frenzy, which allows them next round, depending on how all of this gun purchasing goes, they actually get a flawless in this round. So Boaster's able to buy up to a Vandal, making the third round really interesting, because it's not really like a bonus anymore. It actually just becomes more like a full round.
Like
so
these extremely safe defaults.
100 Thieves try and do a push out through showers, and they get spotted by Boaster playing really safe all the way back here, spots it. And then they go for a Hail Mary play. They send 4 players through TP, but the gun advantage is just there for Fnatic, and they shut it down and they get the flawless. I don't mind the idea from 100 Thieves to go for that play. Their initial push was spotted out. So to really go for that, I think is completely fine. Okay, so to start the round, Boaster gets this nice lineup of the orb. It's going to cut off the early lamps angle. So they are looking to get control of this whole teleporter area up A short. They also put the wall just off of the Viper wall, just off of the map wall, which allows Enzo to sneak up here without getting seen by the boom bot. But Will spots him and he has to back off, unable to get any kills there. They dog through showers, and now they're going to get that orb and back off. And then just going to continue to default, wait for any aggression. And just hold, waiting for a mistake. And then Sky Flash into showers, the orb, all the util starts to get used by 100 Thieves because they're not sure really what's happened. They're trying to get some information for themselves. So they dog, they prowler. And at this point, assuming that none of the agents have moved for 100 Thieves, Fnatic, if they're aware, I'm not sure if they are or not, should have the knowledge of where everyone is on 100 Thieves, because there was a prowler that came down B long. Durka probably would have heard this smoke. I'm not 100% sure, but that's a brim smoke there. The boombot was sent A short. They've just sky flashed and sky dogged showers, and the Viper setup is on A as well. Now, Viper could very easily rotate, but you probably don't put the Viper over to double smoke B. If anyone's going to rotate, it's probably the Raze going over to B if they're expecting the B aggression, and Raze's util was used the earliest. So, and they've got this really nice trip here as well, which is going to stop any early push out of B hookah. So now they start to group up. They're going to decide where they want to hit. If I was 100 Thieves here, I'd be getting really nervous because we really have no information about anything. All the orbs come up. Stella matches the Boaster util perfectly. And now it's just a spam fest. All the util gets dumped, and 100 Thieves bursts onto site, and a Fnatic bursts onto site, and 100 Thieves is forced to back off. They get the spike down with 11 seconds left. And now we have a full 5v5 retake. This is a really nice job by 100 Thieves. What they do is they're going to use a bunch of util here. So the C's flash molly comes in. So that cuts, and the smokes obviously. So that cuts off the push out of showers. It also indicates that there's no one here, because the sky flash would indicate if there was someone tucked into this little corner around bench. And then the haunt comes in to clear out this close angle. Now, very slight adjustment. I would have loved to have try to get this haunt up onto this box here, or maybe up on the roof here, to help them clear out this whole area, meaning that they would know that there's only got showers to deal with, short, and lamps. So, but they have to waste a little bit of time clearing behind this box as well. But that's a minor thing. In the moment, that's really hard to, you know, execute properly. And then Arsena gets himself into a 1v1 against Alpha, loses that fight. But then we have all these swings coming in together. So Bang and Will come in swinging Boaster dips in and out, waiting for Durka to come in, and they win this fight, or 100 Thieves wins this fight. Boaster played that pretty well, just getting the info, and Durka swung it really, really well. But unfortunately for them, 100 Thieves just won the fight. And it's going to come down to a lot of those kind of things. Now, Will and Stella here with the numbers disadvantage, they push out separately, taking the risk when your number's down. So Stella gets a really nice swing onto Mystic, who it was in showers. And then this is a really nice play here. Enzo spamming from short, which allows Alpha to push all the way up, get the plant. Stella's out of time, and he has to back away. Really, really nice round from both teams. Really slight things that win the round for Fnatic there. Potentially, they get an extra couple of seconds if this haunt... you know, if 100 Thieves get this, if Derek gets this haunt up on this roof, they get a lot more information. They can push in a little bit quicker. And just this is a round defining play, and potentially game defining, because Fnatic go on a really huge run and 100 Thieves struggle with their econ. But to get all the way up here, Enzo drawing the attention, spamming from back here is really, really nice. And Alfea gets the shot off before Stella can swing onto him. He's a little bit aware of it too, but he gets the kill onto the planter. Yeah, really, really nice round altogether, and they only needed a couple extra seconds there, 100 Thieves. On to the next one. Okay, we're going to move into round 7 now after 100 Thieves managed to get a really nice thrifty in round 6. And this round, I think, just really shows off the adaptability of Fnatic, but also the disciplinedness of both teams. So Fnatic have an early 3 players towards B. They see that ult in B long. They want to move quickly towards A. So they get the dog out through showers, the prowler. So we've got this fight for showers again. And set up with the standard wall in A short. The second prowler comes out. So that's both prowlers now for Derek. Already gone. Will's in this little off angle on top of the boxes. Take note of that. That's going to come in very important, very important positioning later on. The wall comes out. Boombot comes out to stop the push through the wall. They're going to have to clear that out. Eventually hits Boaster. He gets caught by that somehow. I think maybe a pixel of him was poking out. And we get Fnatic's Boombot into showers, which allows them to get all the way up. They get smoked off, and then Enzo hits the Viper's pit. Now, really great molly here, which lands so deep in showers that they actually have to step out of the Viper's pit, and it starts ticking away. But you can see we've already started to split up as 100 Thieves here. And, you know, we have one rotating in, and Stella is still in the Viper's pit over here. But that molly's going to eventually come down. The smokes come out for 100 Thieves to help support this little push in. Flash into the pit to make sure that no one's made their way in nice and aggressively. They take it really, really cautiously. And Will, I don't think he's exactly... I think this is a misplay from Will. I don't think he's exactly aware of the advantageous position that he has, and that he's worried about someone pushing out of the Viper's pit through truck, because none of 100 Thieves have managed to push in, but they have managed to delay the push from Fnatic. So Will's actually, he can just be looking right here at this angle or this angle, or, you know, in this general area, but he's really worried about the push. And I don't know if that's a communication breakdown or the wrong info getting added out, but he becomes really, really nervous about this push out. And as soon as that wall comes down, 2 people swinging him, and he dies. So That's sort of the first pillar that crumbles. And they try and once they have that that control, you can see Mystic actually, instead of planting in the regular spot where you want to plant in the ultimate, he actually runs across to where they have this open space control and plants in default position. Plants outside the Viper's pit, which is I think is really, really smart. The 100 Thieves players are a little bit late to cotton onto that, and they're still spamming into the Viper's pit. They get picked off by Durka and Boaster here, and Derek just walks in trying to make a 1v5 play, trying to take out the Viper's pit, and Stella's late to rotate. He ends up just saving the rest of this round. So a really, really nice round, especially by Fnatic. A little bonus clip. I just want to show this set play from Fnatic. They all stand in the Viper's orb to deny the flash information from Asuna, and then just line up to shoot him down. They had their crosshairs in all different positions. You could see there that Durka was at head level, and Boaster, who actually got the kill, was pre-aiming at the jump peak level. All right, coming into round 16, we have not a complete buy from either team. Fnatic has the 4 guns and the 1 frenzy on Mystic. And then we have a bit of a half buy from 100 Thieves, who only have the 1 gun. Fnatic's going to do this really nice play where they're going to flash out of teleporter here and send Mystic in with the frenzy off of the shower aggression, which has been prevalent throughout this game. A lot of fighting for showers. And so they send Mystic and Boaster through. Mystic swings out first because he's got the frenzy, so he's got much less to lose. And then he gets traded out by Will. And then Boaster very wisely watches this angle, doesn't expose himself. He's got a gun, so he needs to play a lot safer, and allows the 2 players in showers to kill Will. Now, I don't like that they just run off. They just run off and leave Boaster here alone. I think they should just stay here to help Boaster get back to showers. I think they're running back to stop any like site aggression, but I think you'd be better off just regrouping anyway. So luckily there's no one there to kill Boaster, and Durka's left alone here. He TP's out. He's the anchor on the B site. And I think 100 Thieves really regroup well here. Look at Derek. He's ahead of his team. He gets the early C's to clear the cubby angle, and he waits for the rest of the team before he pushes into site. They all push in together. And here they go. The plant goes down. They try and get a little bit of site control. They wait for the plant, and then they push. And we actually get, I think I'm not sure how good this haunt is. I think it actually baits Stella a bit, because Derek obviously hides from it. But I don't know if this would even clear, like, past this anyway. Do you know what I mean? So, Stella actually pushes in here thinking that he's safe, or safer than what appears, and he actually wins the fight against Durka. So that could have gone either way for each of those teams, because it was all just a little bit of a 1v1. And if we go back a little bit, and I think this is, we're starting to split hairs here. We're getting to that real nitty gritty stuff. But Durka is quite far forward. He's quite isolated here. And now, look, he's playing, relatively safely. But as soon as this smoke comes down and the haunt goes down, I think he's thinking, oh, they don't know I'm here. I might be able to get a cheeky pick. But they are 1 man up. They don't need the cheeky pick. And if he just waits back here and waits for someone to come through, or maybe regroups with the team, or waits for these guys to take contact before they swing, because the 2 players here, Enzo and Alfair, they're scared of this smoke. They have to wait for this smoke because they don't know if someone's being a little rat sitting inside of it, which if you're a player down, that's what you would be doing. So Fnatic's thinking really, really well about the potentialities of this round. But Durka gets a little bit too aggressive, thinks he's going to have the advantage in the swing, and he probably does. I don't think Stella expects him to be so close, but unfortunately loses the fight. It's just an unnecessary risk that they didn't need to take. And then because of the positioning of Boaster, He ends up getting caught in a 1v1. There's not much that he can really do about this. He kind of only has this position to come from. It's going to take him too long to come through spawn. So Durka loses that. And you can see Enzo's actually not far off being able to regroup here. So they wouldn't have lost that much time being able to come in and trade this off. It would have been better for them. Now it's a 3v3. Boaster actually loses this fight. And then Alpha comes back in with a great ult. Gets one. They know where both players are now. And so they've regrouped onto site. And this is a great repositioning from Bang. Gets all the way down to long. Stellar plays really, really safe. They push up to... And this is something about the human psychology that is just really, really interesting. It's more likely that Bang is still here, right? It's less likely that he's gone all the way around here. But also, if he's still here and you don't clear it, it looks like a mistake because you don't clear where he was last. So it's a really, really interesting play. Really great play from Bang. Then they play really, really safe. They just wait for the spike tap. 100 Thieves here. And then they swing on the 2v1. Contact, swing, and then Alpha gets killed as he's trying to defuse. Really nice comeback around there from 100 Thieves after the slow start. So there we have it. I thought that was a fantastic game of Valorant. Really good showing from both teams. Really good coaches, I think. Sean Garris and Minnie, they're both great coaches and they think really well about the game at a much higher level than I'm sure that I can. So me sitting here reviewing their strategies and the way the players are playing, you know, it all feels a little bit weird, but maybe, you know, one day I could be in one of their seats. Who knows? If you like the content, be sure to subscribe. I've got videos coming out daily. Leave a like and a comment as well. And, you know, I'm having discussions with some people in the comments about some of the things that I'm talking about and people bringing new ideas and things like that. We've also got the Discord if you want to come and talk about Valorant in my Discord. And in very good news, since in the middle of recording this session, I actually got the job that I applied for or had the interview for earlier today. So that's kind of cool. Subscribe for that, surely. Surely subscribe for that. Anyways, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Playoffs start tonight, so I'm looking forward to getting a video out tomorrow of the playoffs games. Have a good one.